Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Eyes 9.11. And yes, we're playing as Japan. Boy, I'm getting tired of saying that, especially when it's 2 or 3 times in one day. But hey, I need to announce what's going on because new people will be seeing this. At least I hope they will. Just looking at my supply capabilities, don't have enough supply, or ports aren't big enough here to supply my ships. So I'm moving my subs to base out of some other places to hope that helps. Okay, motorized HQs have advanced. Very good. Okay, we got all of that. Okay, we'll do that one. Okay, more money will reduce national revolt risk, I hope. So we're keeping these guys on a short list for supplies. Oh, well, let's for a while move these guys back to truck. Now they're in supply, so they'll fight better. Oh, looks like the Italians went home from whatever invasion they may have been doing. Of Malta. Well, I guess we got something good out of the Italians coming to fight over here. Instead of now guarding the Swiss border, they're occupying France, which is actually useful. Wow. So that unit is a German unit loaned to the Italians. Okay, Air Force HQs. Okay, we'll put that away for now. Well, we could do submarine batteries. And study for Air Force level 5. Very good. Alien. No, well, we don't want to hit that twice. And motorized too. I'm not trying to cheat here, so yes. I only sort of quote-unquote cheat things in that I think need to be done. The things were done inappropriately at first. Okay. More Air Force and more motorized HQs. Very good. Now this motorized army. Let's take this, because I got some artillery. Send them over here. This way, if the Allies are getting any sort of intelligence, okay, oh no, who should we attach these to? Okay. Okay, it's Dynabon. Hopefully we can remember that. There we go. Oh no, not the tank army. Yeah, army. Here we go. There we go. And we will, let's see. We have a bunch of these units, as we can see already here in Tokyo, which probably means they're not, even though that's not good enough if we're attacked by a large force, but we can spread these out a little bit. Just look bigger than we are. Okay, artillery unit training, very good. My understanding, maybe I heard this more. Well, they're doing well, not good for September. That's for sure. But they're at least pushing the Soviets back. Is that the AI doesn't cheat in the sense it doesn't know what, you know, the American AI doesn't cheat in seeing things that it doesn't see, if you know what I mean. Meaning, like, this is what we get of the Soviets. The German AI is getting the same of the Soviets. That's my understanding of it. I could be wrong, but so it doesn't cheat in that way, at least. So having some units on the border, like we were doing over here in places, makes the AI do stuff. And it looks like we could push right through these mountains in deep and push right through there, and these guys can slowly munch them. So again, we can go, I could, you know, go on a tirade about the AI. Why, you know, what is to defend in these two provinces? Oh, this has an IC. Okay, so we are defending an IC and a rares extraction here and some rare materials. Okay, so there is a reason to defend here, but wouldn't it be better to put these two divisions, you know, one here holding mountain / rivers, I don't know, maybe these guys, and the other one holding this port here, you know, and have the Indian division holding there. You know, it's simple things like that. And even if there's reasons to hold this, don't know if you think you could hold out, but there's no reason to hold this, so it would be better to send him down here to not have a gap in your line. And this is just some of the basic things that the AI doesn't seem to be able to handle. And we'll take study for HQ level 5. We need this. Yes, we're going to use those. Let's see just what it is. Okay, Imperial Navy. Oh, so we actually now have another. Yeah, okay, we have, no, we don't, that's right, we don't have that. Okay, so that should go there. Imperial Navy. I didn't know we were getting this. Didn't know we were getting particularly any of this. Okay, well, let's just come up here. That's sort of why we're playing this, is to find this stuff out. And it's why I'm taking these HQs that may or may not be overly useful. Wish it was more colorfully titled than Imperial Navy, and yes, that is filled up. I see that. Navy Base 5 will unattach. And we will attach. Oh, we unattached it. Oh, what was it? Subcommand? Yes, good. There we go. So they have a better command structure. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave this unattached. We'll send these guys down to here to help defend down there. And this other base here, I don't know if we'll use it. We'll send them over here to defend Yokosuka, because we may take these special landing force HQs and send them somewhere else. So yeah, so, and we do still have some, though I don't know how much we'll deploy out of real divisions here. Oh, sending you guys back would help the supply problem. Okay, carrier aircraft engines have advanced. Very good. Let's do hangar next. Got a lot of divisions up here, as you can see here. A lot of specialty units for fighting in the mountains and things. Because we can look and see here, we've got lots of mountains and things. We also have a lot of divisions, maybe even more, just because they were out, you know, all stuck here quicker to get here, that are going to push into here. And we also have a few more there that are going to sort of push down through here in against the British, which has responded with a lot of stuff, but they seem to be sending it somewhere else for some reason. Did they have a partisan outbreak or something? Not recently. Maybe they're going to send them over here to deal with these guys. Yay! Well, artillery unit command and control. Okay, looks like we've got a lot of these to deal with, so we will for the moment stop that, though. 41 is not bad. And combined arms. We very well may be back for the artillery, since it's just 41. Elite commando units. Okay, allows research of other stuff. Yeah, that's... We'll stop that for now. Midget submarines in this game seem to actually do no good. Never seen them sink anything. Not that they did a lot of good in reality, but yeah. Air Commando Brigade and Commando Training. Well, Elite Light Infantry Brigade, which we have a fair amount of. And Commando Training, Special Forces. I don't even know if we should do that, because I don't know that we have any of those types of units. Don't know. Okay, we'll go through aviation air search radar. Yeah. Okay, now we have a 0.31 and sonar for things would be another good one to push ahead on. there just guarding up here, and this is a sector that can't be invaded, so neither can this, so that'll be good there. Just helping us look and control a little deeper. Okay, direct fire unit training. I'm actually sort of hopeful that we'll do well against the American Navy, that we've been able to keep our techs up pretty good, and we have been doing a pretty good building program. Obviously, it may not be in some ways as big a building program because we haven't been at war. There is, of course, you know, if you want to be a bit gamey about it, make sure that, you know, well, like we could have declared war against Tibet and just sat there or something for a long, long time. That would have been cranking out a lot more. It may be the better thing to do, cranking out a lot more units, or just, of course, whether it's Jiang, though that might eventually get us into war with the Soviets, or one of these other people, just let it keep its capital and just sort of surround it and sit there. Airborne unit training, okay. Yeah, we got a core of those, but I don't know. I think jungle right now would be, and mountain, because we have jungle there, mountain. Yeah, I think those would be better because we're facing a lot of those. You're in a certain amount of speed and effectiveness. May be critical. I've added a bunch of these tropical island garrisons to get ready to, you know, garrison or tropical islands. We've got a bunch, well, 3 of them sitting there, getting ready to secure our oil and things in the Philippines and whatnot. I've moved, oh, it's up here. We have the heavy artillery still. I don't know what to do with that, and some military police and some more military police. Let's look at overall revolt risks and move them away. Not too much. Okay, let's move you over to here. Just sort of reduce the interior, not down completely because it's still sort of needed. Okay. Yeah, okay, we'll pay for that. So yeah, that would be helpful. Military police around. We definitely want to use those on some of the oil and other critical places to keep revolt risk down, to maximize our resource extraction. Oh, create a commando unit. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll create a commando unit. That, of course, will make me want to... is that in the production queue? Yes. Move it to the top. 14 ICUs. Ooh, that's expensive. I'm gonna do it, but it's expensive. I get to make a weird sound as I say it. Yeah, that helps organizations and all those garrison units, which helps a bit to deal with invasions. Okay, again, not good for September, the amount of penetration, but at least good that they're penetrating against the Soviets. And that could simply be the story of this game, in that the Italian unit loaned to the Serbs is now fighting on the Eastern Front. How good. While we still have, of course, German panzer units, as well as Belgranzo's light armor serving down in Serbia. Oh, wow. Okay, but craziness aside, we just may have a story of slow progress all across here over a few years of time. It just may keep happening. Okay, small ship classes has advanced. Okay, grayed out. Those are there. Yeah, anti-aircraft would be useful. Pushing ahead on that a little bit. But we're definitely waiting for, as you may have seen, I think it was last episode I looked and saw, it's December 7th is the first time I could declare war on the US through the decision mechanism as opposed to just doing it otherwise. And we're going to wait for that because we'll get bonuses and other things, I believe. So yeah, mostly just come in here. Well, it looks like less back and forth. Now, of course, having some... The militia unit is good to have there, but the motorized infantry, not so much. Another motorized infantry. A regular infantry division. Okay, infantry unit training. Well, since we did building one of these, let's prove that. Not sure what we'll do with the commando unit, whether to stack it with an airborne force or marine landing force or something, I don't know. On their own, they're not really strong enough to do much other than go after some really weak force somewhere. But added to even like a regular infantry division can make that regular infantry division considerably more effective. Okay, infantry unit command and control. And basing advance, very good. That should help with the supply situation. My understanding, again, I am not the best person on nuts and bolts and things, but naval basing efficiency, I think, again, this is I think, I'm not sure, but I think it affects the amount of supply that can come through a naval base. I'm not sure on that. Seaport, see this, if I increase this one here, that increases naval base efficiency, which is, I think, is how much supply that port can support coming through that. And the reason I haven't done these is because these trigger, unlike this, trigger big things that eat into my ICs. In the end, they're probably beneficial, but, and I normally do those for Germany, but I'm just been very careful about doing those as Japan. Yeah, let's do first aid and combat medicine. Armored car designs. Okay, that again leaves us with the 0.31. And we've had a few years of almost no attrition, and we can see we need 14 whatever, and we have 17 whatever, I believe, that there, so I don't want to do math. So we have more than enough, and we can always plow if we start to see that dip down below 110%. We can plow in more leadership there. We have free spies, so maybe we'll increase our spying activities, but I'm not gonna We'll improve our submarine tubes. Okay, I'm mentioning that. Let's see. We are currently actively spying in Germany, trying to get a hold of some technology that Germans may do better than we have. And we're spying in the US, doing a similar sort of thing. Okay, we'll leave that going. If we get much over, I don't know, 30, I'll probably add another country to our spy list. But I'm hoping if the US is like pushing way ahead on radar and things or whatnot, we'll steal some. And I'm hoping Germany is pushing ahead on armor doctrines and other things that we aren't, and I was hoping to steal more of that from the Germans. Let's patrol a little further because we're patrolling based here. Trying to show invade Finland or invade somewhere up here. Okay, ooh, the British have a big stack here. Okay, so motorized support units. I don't even know if I want to build any of those. Well, I want to build them, but I don't know if I'm going to build any of those. Let's improve heavy AA guns. We have some of those around. Some of the garrison units. And, okay, a couple of HQs ready if we need them. See, I'm thinking that if I can secure Hawaii and these other islands around here, don't know how much I'll have to garrison, like Christmas Island and Jarvis, and I never heard of Palmyra as an island. I've heard the name in this is of Johnson Island, which really is a even more minimal thing than what's here. Ooh, we got a lot to upgrade. Yep, better upgrade it, whatever that is. But if I can get these, I don't know how far they'll be able to invade these other places, but I think they can invade Hawaii. So if I can get there here and hold here, and obviously here too, but get the Hawaiian Islands and hold these and get these other internal islands that are American, I sort of kind of think I'm going to stymie American attacks. I may be entirely wrong about that, but that's sort of what I'm thinking. And I'm, like I say, we will see if I'm right or not. Which of course allows me to push down into Hawaii. Or push down into Australia. Maybe I said Hawaii, with meaning Australia. I'm just going to push into India to see what we find here. Like I showed before, we've got a lot of forces here. And these forces are pretty good at taking, what do we want to call them? Lighter non-European units. Pretty good at that. You know, like no anti-tank, and a lot of these forces are not really good anti-tank. some anti-tank, because I am thinking that. So we're not, you know, tanks won't mean we're destroyed. Tanks will just be a bit more of a hassle, and hopefully have some good anti-tank around. And if we secure, I don't know whether I'd push to Australia first or into India more. And sort of what I'm sort of thinking of doing is, once you sort of secure Burma and whatnot down in here, do sort of my German strategy in a way, and see about invading Ceylon. And that's what I normally do, to then invade India. So while they have their, you know, Indian army and whatnot all sitting over here, and whether I can effectively push in there or not, I don't know if it matters, because I think they'll move most of their forces there, and so I can flank down in here and get them where they ain't, and take all of that away from them and make them start, you know, retreating out to defend other places and do that. So I don't know that I need huge amounts of forces here. But I don't know if any of you have watched my old British series, in which we were able to hold this line, including holding Bangkok throughout the war, and right along here, and to the point of units that are just barely there, they retreat back, and I'm able to get back here. I just micromanage the hell out of this, and I forget exactly whether it's this line or here or wherever. We hold down into Thailand as Britain, but hold Bangkok and hold here throughout the war. There are some super uber generals on both sides, for the British and for the Japanese, but they never are able to push me out of Thailand. That's where I hold them as Britain. So, and which also means, of course, I hold in other places as well. So do pretty well with that. But we're not going to see, I don't think, really don't think at all, anything like that happening. So I have fewer Japanese forces, I think, than the AI did, because I'm building a lot more surface fleets units, I think. So I think we'll do well against India and Australia. Those two I'm not that worried about. It's the US that I'm worried about. Well, on that note, I think we're going to end the episode here. I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And yes, make comments. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.